Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, in terms of the electoral process, a concern with SODELPA, Honourable Speaker, is the declining number of our people turning out to vote. If I can go back to our history, Honourable Speaker, in 1999, 89% of our people who registered to vote came to vote. In 2006, it was 87%. In 2014, it was 83%. In 2018, it had fallen to 71%. This is a very serious concern to us, Honourable Speaker, and we believe every effort must be made to get our people to exercise their rights, which comes to them once every 4 years, to decide on the kind of government they want over the next 4 years. I have spoken in this House, Honourable Speaker, about that moment of truth, that whatever we do, it points to that particular time when a citizen of this country, when a Fijian enters the privacy of that voting booth and to decide on who is to form the governments they want over the next 4 years. Everything we do, Honourable Speaker, points to that moment of truth. And Honourable Speaker, it would appear from the turnout of the last election that we are failing in that area. Too many people did not come out to vote. And in quantum, Honourable Speaker, there was 171,000 people in 2018 and 90,000 or so in 2014. For a small country like Fiji, where the connection is pretty intact, it is quite a worry that many number of people are not exercising their rights. Honourable Speaker, what we see, Honourable Speaker, is that the political parties are not being empowered to play their roles to help in this process, Honourable Speaker. Too often, Honourable Speaker, we come up with so many restrictions, as we have today, affecting the work of the political parties. Let me just say here to the Honourable Speaker, electoral systems and political parties are both critical to enhancing electoral integrity and achieving more genuine representation. Without political parties, the electoral system is merely a system that does not deliver people's representation. Today, Honourable Speaker, it is almost inconceivable to have a functioning democracy without political parties. Political parties serve a wide variety of functions, such as aggregating and articulating interests, developing policies that provide voice and choice, selecting candidates for elected office, organizing legislatures, coordinating the formation and activities of governments, recruiting and linking leaders and supporters, and conducting electoral campaigns. None of these are achieved just by having an electoral system in itself. So, Honourable Speaker, it is very important to have political parties functioning in full. And, Honourable Speaker, being at the heart of democracy, political parties require financial resources to perform their functions. Money is the all-important oil that keeps the party machinery going. Honourable Speaker, yesterday we heard from Dr. Biman Prasad about how unfair the system today in providing funding to the political parties. We are badly handicapped in the way it's done, Honorable Speaker, and want to ask the question on what Fiji First does with all the funding that had been provided over the years. We are told on how to use the funding. It's only for parliamentary purposes. We wonder if the same instructions have been given to Fiji First, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when we talk about funding, we are the people, Honorable Speaker, who come to parliaments on the back of those who can only contribute $2. If you look at this side of the House, there are 21 of us. Those who brought us to parliament are the people who pay $2 membership fee. And on the back of that, we made it into parliament, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, and now we have some plans to make it difficult for these people to contribute to the party. If you want to sell roti parcels, you have to process it in the way that somebody contributes $10,000, like the other side of the House. Honorable Speaker, you know, our model as a people is on Sole Solevaki. We have the solis, we have the kati, we have the barbecue and all that. And to expect our people to process their contributions in the same way that Fiji First collect their $10,000 per person is grossly unfair, Honorable Speaker. We want our people to be engaged in politics. And engaged in politics is to help keep the political parties functioning, alive. So don't make it difficult for our people to engage in politics. Remove all these restrictions that Fiji First is cooking up. Honorable Speaker, remove all this because the people have to exercise their rights and they need their political parties so that we can get the governments of the people, by the people, for the people. That, Honorable Speaker, is what consensus about the way we are today, the way it was in 2014 and 2018, and we are very concerned. If it is not corrected, the numbers will be worse in 2022. And I have spoken, Honorable Speaker, about confidence-building measures to help our people have the confidence to come out and vote. The system today, Honorable Speaker, is very intimidating. It is too restrictive. And if you look back into 1999, why was it? How was it that 89% of the voters came out to vote? And take that to 2018, why was it only 71% came out to vote? Because, Honorable Speaker, people were empowered, the system was made user-friendly, and people came out to vote. Political parties must be part of the process. All these, Honorable Speaker, we are now told, as in 2014, 2018, that 48 hours on the day before the day of election is a blackout. Yet, in the last election, some people, which we believe are from the other side, had propagated some fake news about the Diwali and all that came from Sodalpa and affected the outcome of what could have been ours, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, we get rid of all these restrictions, make our people come out and vote, make it user-friendly. I'm happy, Honorable Speaker, when I presented to the committee that in 2022, we at least will have the symbols of the party, the photograph of the candidates and their number. That is a huge, that is a step, and I commended the committee for providing that, Honorable Speaker. And that is part of the confidence building message that we continue to highlight, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the danger here is that the people will lose interest in their parliaments. And it is already happening. Already happening. As I said lately, the sessions of Parliament used to be the highlights of the month. We used to sit once a month. It used to be the highlight of the month. And the questions was the highlight of the day. It was at prime time, and it used to be viewed across the country when people knew that their questions were being asked in this Parliament at that hour. Now it's been relegated to the end of the evening when everyone is tired and no one is watching. As much as I respect the ministerial statements, please put them to the end of the day, because the ministers read in monotone and they can put everyone to sleep. Let's have that robust part of the morning to come back when people expect their Parliament to be in full operation, and they see that freedom of speech, that is fundamental to democracy, is being practiced in their Parliament. The way it is today, Honourable Speaker, is all one way, and as I said, it is killing the interests of the people in their Parliament. Honourable Speaker, I expect that, Honourable Speaker, to campaign. For us, Honourable Speaker, we are in campaign mode. I know there are restrictions. We can only carry out awareness. But, Honourable Speaker, we need to start leveling the playing field. In some jurisdictions, government provides funding to all political parties on an equal basis to carry out their work. If you want our people to participate, to be fully engaged in politics, that is something that we should also consider. And you would be all for it. When we become governments, we will make sure, SODAPA will make sure that everyone is treated fairly. We'll give a sum of money to Fiji first. We'll give a sum of money to NFP and a sum of money to SODAPA. We will treat everyone equally. The people of Fiji know that change is coming, that a new world is emerging after 2022. They will see democracy being practiced to the highest level that we've ever seen in this country. Change is coming. Honourable Speaker, change is coming. And Honourable Speaker, the time is coming. When the tyranny of Fiji first becomes the past, and they will become a small footnote in the history of this country, a very small footnote in the history of this country. Honourable Speaker, these are exciting times for us on this side of the House as we head towards forming the government in 2022. And Honourable Speaker, we want people to be engaged. And we believe that if the 171,000 people had voted in 2018, some people could have been sitting on this side of the House and you would be sitting on that side of the House. Honourable Speaker, we knew that, we know that. And Honourable Speaker, that is what, as political leaders, need to do to engage their people in the fullness of their rights in a democratic community that we have like Fiji. I commend the work of the committee, Honourable Speaker. They are doing good work as they consult with people across the country, and I wish they would be given all the support and then implement what they're hearing from across the country. And the word is very clear: make it user-friendly so that we can all participate. Honourable Speaker, a new dawn is happening, and we make these changes, we'll see a greater participation by our people. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable members, just stick to the contents of the report. Make that generalization. Just the contents of the report as presented today. I don't want to hear about the history of all the other elections that have taken place. Contents of the report put today, let's stick to that. We don't have all the time. right? Now, the next on the list is Honorable Professor Biman Prasad. You have